a dot plot of an AP statistics class. There are 28 students in the class. Each one is represented by a dot. For instance, this student has 6 brothers and sisters. See, siblings. There are 3 students that have no brothers and sisters. Okay, you got it? So this is the distribution. Now, they ask you to describe the shape. Well, if we go and just kind of take a visual of this thing, so if we drew kind of a line that went along with that, that's kind of the shape of the graph. It's not symmetric. Symmetric would mean it would be the same on both sides. This is what they call skewed, and it is skewed to the right. So it's the longer tail. Okay, that's one way you can think of it. These data points are stretched out far to one side or the other, so it's skewed to the right. Now, here's another way to remember that. So skew sounds like ski, and this is way too steep. Woo! That would be hard to ski down. But this is a lot easier. So you would ski down this side of the hill. So skewed sounds like ski. Which side would be safer to ski down? So that's one way to remember skew. Now, what else did they ask you? Describe the center of the distribution. So the center is going to be, so there's 2 ways to describe the middle, which is median and mean. So the median is the middle dot. So you would count from this side. And wait, hold on a second. We would count from this side. How many dots? Count from this side. Find the middle dot. Well, sometimes there's 2 middle dots, especially if there's an even number. So it turns out that in this case, the median is 1.5. So 1.5 is the median. And then the mean, that's the average. You would add them all up and divide by 28, and that turns out to be 1.75. Now this becomes extremely important to understand that if you have a distribution that is skewed in one direction, it pulls the mean in that direction. So the mean would be further out than the median if you have a skewed distribution. Okay, but we can talk about that later. But anyway, there's the 2 middles, I guess you might say. And if you need help with mean and median, you could Google that or come see me when school starts. And the spread of this data is, well, about how many brothers and sisters do people have? Well, somewhere between 0 and 6. That would be the spread. Okay, and then what is the last one? Identify potential outliers. So a potential outlier, an outlier, and you may know this, and that is some data point that's dramatically different than most of the other stuff. So here's most of the students in this class have somewhere between 0 and 3 siblings, and there's a couple of people that have 5 and 6. Is it dramatically different? And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit later, is how do we determine what dramatically different is? And there is a way to do that. But in this case, it doesn't look, from 3 to 5 and 6, that doesn't seem really outlandishly large. So we would probably say that these are not outliers. They're potential outliers, and I will show you how to figure that out specifically at a later date. There you go.